What is up, good people? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make Nanami Kento's goggles from Jujutsu Kaisen. Now, this is my second time filming this video. I wasn't completely satisfied with how the first copy came out, but I wanted to make sure that I put out the best product for you all, so this is what today's video is going to be. Now, there are no other tutorials online that I saw for how to make his goggles, so I did have to come up with my own template for the design, which wasn't a problem because I do enjoy this type of thing. So I will show you guys the template and I'll also link it below, and that's what you guys are going to be cutting out and using to make his goggles. These are all of the materials that I used to make this project, and I will also link them down below in the description. Without further ado, let's get on to the video. So before I got into the tutorial, I just wanted to show you guys the different models that I made before I came up with my final template. As you can see, this first one is really big and bulky. It looked more like binoculars than goggles. Then I made the second pair here, which was a lot better, but still was not fully what I was going for. So then I moved on to this third and final pair, which was exactly what I was looking for. And this is the model that the template is based off of. This is the final template I came up with, and you'll be able to find that down in the description below, as I mentioned before. And now you can just see me cutting out all of those separate pieces from the template. Once you finish cutting out all of your pieces of the template, you'll then move on to tracing the template onto your 3mm EVA foam. Once you are finished tracing, you will then cut out each of those pieces from your foam. You will then take your 7-Up bottle and remove the top and the bottom off of the bottle. So you'll cut down the middle of the tube and lay it flat. From there, you will take the lens pieces, which are the circles on the template, and trace the circles onto your clear green plastic. I am tracing more than just 2 circles, just so that if I am to mess up one of the lenses, I will have another one to replace it with. Now I'm taking one of the frame pieces and scoring a line. This line is going to be responsible for holding that lens in place. here I'm wrapping that frame around the lens, and I will be cutting off the access to make sure the lens fits inside snugly. Once the frame is trimmed to size, I'm taking my rubber cement and I'm going to glue both ends together. Here I am repeating that same step for the second frame and lens. Now I am taking that nose bridge and I'm gluing it to the inside of one of the frames. When adding on the other side of the frame, you will have to measure on your own about how long you need the bridge to be so that it will fit you in a way that is comfortable. And here I just added rubber cement to both those small nose supports and the inside of the nose bridge. And this is the final shape before painting that you should expect after putting all of the pieces together. Now I am taking a black paint, and this is going to be the base coat before I paint the rest of the glasses silver. Now after letting that black paint dry, I'll be moving on to coating the glasses in silver. After letting the silver paint dry, you'll then move on to adding those small black details onto each side of the goggles. Now here I'm just making a few more touch-ups before I leave the final product to dry. This is the finished product. So I have officially finished making Nanami's goggles. This is what the final project looks like. And I think they turned out really, really good. I'm very happy with them. I think they're a lot better than the first model that I made, which I will show you as a comparison. So this was my first model of the goggles, and as you can see, it definitely does not look as neat as the new model that I made. My biggest thing with these was that they were uneven. So if you look at this side of the lens, you could tell that it is slightly bigger than this side here of the lens. And that is just because the plastic that I was using was from a mini Sprite bottle, which was not the easiest thing to work with. And when I was trying to heat up the plastic to make it more flat, it did kind of cause the ends to curl up a bit, making the diameter of this side smaller than this side. But that is definitely something that I learned. That's why this time I used a 2-liter 7-Up bottle, which was a lot easier to work with because most of the bottle was straight up and down. There were no curves and bends, so that when I did unfold it, it was basically flat and there wasn't too much that I had to do to that. In order to put these goggles on my face, I will be using foam mounting dots that I got from the dollar store so that I can adhere the glasses to my face. So I'm taking the dots and I'm making them a bit less tacky by rubbing my fingers over the backs of them, then placing them on the inside of the goggles. Just like this. And then when I am ready to place them onto my face, I will take off this protective piece of paper that's covering the other sticky side. Now that the sticky sides are exposed, I'll just put them onto my face and then press the sides of the goggles, and that should secure them in place. And after pressing firmly on the sides, the goggles are now in place and they are very snug and sturdy and they're not going anywhere for a while. The only thing I would say, if you are going to be hot and sweaty or if you are wearing makeup, these will definitely take your makeup off on the sides. I don't typically wear makeup with my cosplays unless the character has a very distinctive makeup look. But for this Nanami cosplay, I don't plan on wearing any makeup. That's why I am okay with having the adhesive dots on my face. But if you are planning to wear makeup, I definitely consider using an alternative method of wearing the glasses. I have seen where some of the goggles that you can buy that aren't handmade, they have a clear elastic attached to the back which you can stretch around the back of your head in order to keep the goggles in place. So that is definitely another alternative if you don't want to use sticky dots. I like using the sticky dots because they're very easy to take on and off and easy to replace, and I don't have to worry about messing up my hair or anything like that. As far as wearing the goggles, they're pretty comfortable. Nothing is really blocking my line of sight. Everything just looks green, which is to be expected since the lenses are green. But other than that, I think they turned out really, really good. I'm very happy with them, especially compared to the previous model that I made. And I hope that you guys enjoy the tutorial as well.